Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Starfield Raw. This is our little mini episode, our first impressions of Shattered Space. And it's me and Mr. Archon.
What's up, guys? Shattered Space is here, so now we finally get to talk about it in
Me
a
being Joe the
spoiler-free
Widget,
atmosphere.
by the way. I forgot to say my name. I never do that. Yeah, it's here.
Yeah.
I took the day off and played for the first, 6 hours, 7 hours. I got busy throughout the day, and I took the day off too, but I got really busy in the day and didn't have time to play much. I think I played another hour and a half today. And we
Yeah,
have...
I did not get to take any time off. I just played a little bit what I could, so...
So we're
But
just
I
going to
got
give...
some time in.
Yeah, we're going to give our basic first impressions about it. Kilo's got super busy. He hasn't even really had a chance to even play it yet. But he will be on for the regular episode coming out Friday, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, let's jump right into this. What
Do
did
it.
you think?
Okay, first off, I'm the type of person where, we all know from listening to me on the show that I'm not the most patient person. So when I'm like doing the main story and stuff, generally jump right to the point I need to go to.
Mm,
And so it took me a minute to figure out how to start the expansion because, I mean, obviously you have to jump into a system,
yep.
and if you just jump directly to a planet, you miss it and you don't see it. So you have to jump into a system, and I actually had to figure out, okay, how do I get into the expansion? And then I was like, oh, okay, I got to jump into a system. So then I finally figured it out to
We
get
had
in.
a couple listeners that actually found it by leaving a planet. They left the planet and almost ran into it.
Yeah, as soon as you go into a system,
Yeah, any open space.
once you're any open space, if you're just jumping from planet to planet and you don't go into the open space, you won't find it. So you got to go into like an open space. And so once I finally found it, I was really really sad
Uh-oh.
that you start off in 0G.
Yeah, me
'cause I
too.
hate 0G.
I was with you right away. It's in my notes. Found the Oracle right away. Zero gravity. Sigh.
Yeah. I mean,
I know
I
we're in
like
space and all that, but come on.
I understand why they did it. It makes sense. The storyline makes it make sense. And I'm okay with a few zero G missions right away, but man, when the expansion starts off right away with one, you're like,
Yeah, but I gotta admit though that was actually a very, very intriguing start.
yeah, it was fun.
It caught my
I had a
attention.
blast with it. I had
We
a
were
blast
in
with the whole starting mission.
we were in Discord chatting away as we were doing it. He was barely like a couple minutes ahead of me, so there's one point where I got surprised and what got squished, and he laughed at me about it. But
Yeah.
I got prepared for it, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I married Indrasia, because I'm gonna let you guys know that having Indrasia in your party is a big advantage. That's all I'm gonna say.
I will actually say on the flip side, I am glad I took Androsia as well, but I am glad that I am not married to her because I actually found out some cool things. Like you actually get different dialogue for her that you don't get along the way
Yeah.
if you take her to Varun Kai first.
You also get interesting dialogue when you get to Varunkai with her after you married her. I got some really interesting conversations with her about that.
Yeah, I've been having even now that I've talking to her and stuff like that, and I'm getting some pretty interesting conversation with her now too. But some of the stuff, if I had already married her before I came, I wouldn't have had that dialogue. So it was kind of cool to not have been married to her.
They did show off the engine a lot during the Oracle, which is the space station you start out in, with all the stuff floating everywhere, and at one point, several hundred things floating in one little small area. The physics engine is on point, that's for sure.
Yeah, the mini thing that you're talking about, that was fun. I enjoyed that. We haven't had anything cool like that in the game yet, and I thought that was kind of neat.
They've added a lot of stuff like that when you get to Varunkai. When I got there, I did the first side mission, and that gave a little bit more insight into the culture of the Varun, which was very, very interesting. I'll talk about that on the next episode, but...
Yeah, I haven't done any really of the side stuff yet. I've just kind of been following the main story so far because I haven't had a ton of time to play, which is good because if I did, then I probably would have already beaten the expansion. So I'm glad I didn't have a ton of time.
We've had a couple of our listeners in the spoilers channel, which I try to avoid that have actually gone through the story, playing it nonstop for 2 days, but they didn't do any side missions.
The whole thing?
They didn't do any side missions. Yeah, they just went straight to the main story. which I'm not going to do that. So I'm at a point right now in the main story where I unlocked a lot of things that I need, and I'm going to stop and do a bunch of the side missions because I have 5 or 6 logged right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna start picking up a lot of the side missions and stuff too, because I want to get the main chunk that I'm working on right now done, and then after that, I'm just gonna go through, do a lot of the side stuff, just enjoy as much of this expansion as I can.
Oh,
Because
before I forget, there's something I want to give you guys a little heads up on. We've had a lot of people that had issues getting in to the expansion, especially on the Xbox. And you got to make sure you download the extra update that a lot of people missed. That was 18 gigs.
yeah, there's
So,
2 updates. There's
yeah.
one to Starfield, and then there's one to Shattered Space itself. So you have to download both to get in.
And we had a couple people that had to reinstall the game to get it to work. I don't know why. I don't own an Xbox. I play on PC, which was pretty simple.
Right.
I opened up Starfield and it downloaded everything. But I guess on some Xboxes they had a harder time with it. But those of you who are going to be like Kilo and doing it through a streaming, you won't have that issue.
Right, because it's already pre-installed. I will say the Varun Kai, the new world, is gorgeous. Like, I love the atmosphere. I love the just the way the planet works. I
There's a
love how
lot in
they
that
did
planet.
it.
They weren't kidding.
Yeah, I haven't even been that far away yet. Like, I've been right around the main city, and there's so much more to explore that I haven't even been to yet.
There's a
So
ton.
I'm pretty excited to check it all out and go
Some of the main
exploring.
story takes you quite a ways out, and if you explore around that area, you pick out side quests like crazy.
Yeah, see, that's where I haven't gotten many side quests yet because I haven't really explored a whole lot.
There's a lot out there, and they packed the planet full from what I've seen. I've been out a little ways around the city, which I always forget what the name of it.
Dazra?
Dazra. And it looks like it carries on far past it from what I've been, and just being populated everywhere.
I have yet to even take the Rav 4 or the Rav 8 yet out
That's
yet.
my one of my complaints about the expansion is the Rev 8 and that planet. It was driving me
Yeah,
nuts the other day.
it seems like the gravity's kind of low.
It's
Like, I
actually, if
can
you
jump
look at
pretty
it,
high.
it's a 1.0 gravity.
Why can I jump so high then?
I don't know, because I'm the same way. Like, you can jump very high. It acts like a 0.5 or a 0.3 gravity planet, not a 1. And my Rev 8 acts like it's a zero point 0.1 gravity. Because there's no traction. It's hard to get going on that stupid thing.
Yeah, it's
When
just
I-
been running everywhere.
Yeah, I went and checked and it said 1.0 gravity, so that's probably a bug because I think it is supposed to be lower gravity because obviously
It
that's the way it
seems
is
like
for
it should
everything.
be.
Yeah, I think the
Because
one gravity is the wrong.
Especially with all those little circular gravity portal things, like, it would have to be lower gravity.
Yeah,
Or
The
maybe
story-
the gravity's because of the story and what's going on. Maybe the gravity just around Dazra is all jacked up.
I've been out a little ways and the Rev 8 has issues all the way through it. It's definitely it acts like a very low gravity planet,
Interesting.
no traction. Yeah, when you jump, you jump. And my other complaint is that I'm not a fan that stealth is pretty much worthless.
And
And not just sniping, but stealth itself. Especially with the Phantoms, because the second you take a shot, even fully stealth, even fully suppressed, they know exactly where you're at, and they're warping over to you.
Yeah, they can warp all over the place.
Which I think is actually a bug and shouldn't be that way, because if I'm full stealth, how in the world are they going to know?
They're phantoms.
There's only been like a couple of missions where I was able to do my full sniper stealth thing. Thankfully, though, I got my particle weapons up to 3, almost 4, which I then shortly after got it to 4. So that helped a lot because there's a lot of really cool new weapons.
Yeah, there are. Even like right off the bat, when you're on the Oracle, you find a bunch of new Varun weapons and stuff that are pretty neat.
Yeah, I found 2 of them. The one that was like the heavy weapon that's a Gatling gun laser, and I thought I wrote the name of it down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you did. Starstorm.
Starstorm. I'm looking for like a legendary or epic version of it. No luck yet. The other one I had a lot of fun is the Penumbra, and that's like a heavy assault rifle, but it shoots energy rockets.
See, I love my Revenant so much that I've picked up quite a few of these weapons. I just haven't really tried them yet. I did try the weird little shotgun. That one was kind of cool. It's like a shotgun, but it looks like a little box.
I haven't
Weird.
tried that one yet. I haven't even seen that one. I got the new pistol. I got a legendary version of it, and I haven't used it yet. I just put it on my hotbar before we recorded.
I've gotten a pistol as well, but I haven't used it.
And the only other legendary I've got was the sword, the new Varun sword.
Yeah, I have gotten a few of the legendary swords, and I did get I've gotten a legendary suit that was pretty cool looking. Like some of the suits are really cool looking.
Yeah. So they definitely added new suits, a whole lot of new story. And getting into the Varun, I figured out some big secrets and stuff like that today that I'm not going to talk about on the air for a long time because I don't want to spoil anything. Like I found out why they were doing everything, and that
I
was
don't even know that yet.
yeah, it's interesting and about what we expected, honestly. We'll
Yeah,
see.
it is weird because like every like all my like perceptions of what I thought the Varun were gonna be like when I came here were not even really close. Like as a people, they are not what I was expecting.
Yeah. And the whole story, even when you, as soon as you get to Varun Kai, it takes a twist I was not expecting.
Yeah, the
Which,
whole thing.
yeah, it was really cool.
Uh-huh.
So the graphics are
It's
cool.
a good surprise
That planet is dark. It's always dark.
in some areas. Yeah,
And it's purple. And I can't even see purple.
maybe that's why it's so dark for you.
Yeah, my color blindness doesn't help. I can guarantee you that.
Did you
But I
do it in
did.
colorblind mode?
Yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
discovered that like 2 weeks ago. There was an actual good colorblind mode in the game. And I turned it on the one I needed to try. And it did help. Helped me a lot, but yeah. And with my new rig, the graphics are incredible. Some of the events you go through, and they do mix things up a lot, put more puzzles in the game. And the story does, it grips. It if you make sure you read everything, especially the tablets, it gives you a
yeah.
bigger insight into everything, the Varun culture and the overall arcing story.
One thing
Not,
I really enjoy about this expansion so far, like my biggest draw to it, is that at least with the main quest, I don't know about the side quests because I haven't done any yet, but at least with the main quests, like every single main quest I've done so far has had like at least three different ways you can complete it. So A, there's the replayability of it,
yeah,
and B, it gives you a lot of morality choices where you can
a
like
lot.
be what you want to be. Like if you want to just be a complete jerk, you could be a complete jerk. If you want to be like the good guy, you can be the good guy. So like I like that it gives you so many options cuz in the base game there's only really a few quests that you do that give you that opportunity, I guess.
Yeah. And in the first side quest I did, it popped up with some very strong morality choices. And I had to actually stop the game and think about what I wanted to do because it gave me four different options to end it.
Yeah. The
So I
one that
think
I just finished had I had three different options.
most of them I've seen have been three or four.
Yeah.
You can go complete, like my next playthrough, I'm going to have a blast going through this expansion.
As a
I'm gonna,
jerk,
yeah, yeah, going total kill everything.
straight bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about doing like just the straight bad guy, but like right now I'm wooing Andrasia, and if you go the bad guy approach, she doesn't so much care for it.
No. Yeah, I'm kind of married to her, so I'm playing that little angle with it. So
Yeah,
it's like, hey, it's my wife's home planet. Might as well help fix it.
right.
So that's what I'm doing.
This is the first time I've ever played through the game where I've actually like went the relationship route with Andrasia. For some reason, it was always Sarah, but this time it's Andrasia. So now I'm finally to the point where I did notice that since I got to Varun Kai, like it seems like every mission I do at the end of it, she's like, "I want to talk to you," and it just progresses through the relationship really quick. Like she's my buddy, like we're friends now. So
Yeah, and you got to do it at different levels with her because you'll see different things. And I'm curious about what other companions will say about it.
yeah, that would be
There's
interesting to do. Like go there with like Sarah or Barrett or Sam. See what some of them think.
sadly though, I have not seen any new possible companions in this expansion.
Me either. Not yet, at least.
There are no new ship parts from what I've seen or heard, and
Yet.
there's no new
Yet.
vehicles.
Yet. There's got to be ship parts. Like we just haven't got there yet.
Yeah, if they're not in there, that's going to be a letdown.
There's got to be new ship parts because the Varun ships are very unique compared to like a lot of the other ships.
Yeah, and they supposedly were isolated from everything, but they still have chunks and things like that everywhere.
Our targets.
Yeah, hard targets everywhere. I haven't seen a Varun sniper rifle yet. That's a big drop. So far, I'm really, really enjoying it. It is big. Maybe not as big as we were hoping, but it is big.
Well, I can tell you based off the gameplay and what I've seen so far on Varun Kai, I can understand why they don't have sniper rifles.
Yeah, still. I still want
You're
one.
not You're not doing much sniping.
Sniper rifles are limited in the game. I think there's like 3 really, because one of them is not really a sniper rifle. It's just a rifle.
Which one? The mag sniper?
Well, no, okay, make that 4. Mag sniper it's just one of the bottom tier ones. You got the old earth hunting rifle.
It.
Huh?
Said you can't suppress the mag sniper, which sucks.
Yeah, and the damage output's not as great as a hard target. For my build, anyway. You got the old earth hunting rifle, hard target, and the new laser one that you can get from doing the vulture quest. But then there's the other 50 cal one that you can get early on that's not really a sniper rifle. The lawmaker or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
That thing's garbage, so I don't even count it.
Yeah.
And you got the old earth is great for when you're first starting out, but the damage output's extremely minimal.
Yeah, I found a really good hard target, but it was like 500 and something raw damage, but it was only a white, so.
I've used my hard target a few times after I finished doing the particle weapons.
I need to check out some of these new weapons, I guess, because maybe that's something that I can talk about on Thursday or Friday's episode that we record on Thursday. I'll talk about it then, because I'll probably test out a few of those weapons here soon. Do a old versus new weapon comparison.
I'm kind of like limiting what I'm talking about right now, so I can give the full experience on Friday when you guys hear it.
Yeah, plus I mean we gotta get Kilo's whole impression as well, so.
Yep. And hopefully Rooks.
Yeah, hopefully Rooks.
So is there anything else you want to bring up on this? Because I think that's pretty much what we got. Just a first impression look at it.
I think that was a good first impression look.
I know for myself, I'm impressed. It's very, very good. It's worth it. If you're a fan of the game, even if you're not, but still want to try it out, it's highly worth it.
I'm still on the fence. I'll see, as I get further in. Like, I'm hoping that there's good amount of content, because, like, right now, I don't know. Like, it could be. I mean, if the whole entire Varun quest is going to end up being about as long as, like, the Crimson Fleet quest, then I'll be kind of.
Well, you also got several side quests throughout that.
Right. Well, there was several side quests to do during the Crimson Fleet quest, so.
Not really. Not like this. And you got an entire planet that's fully populated, so it's got to explore.
We'll see. I have a feeling it's a lot bigger than I think it's going to be, and that I haven't even scratched the surface. So hopefully I'm right.
Yeah, I don't think the main story is going to be as long, but with everything else you can do in the expansion, I think that's going to make up for it. We'll see. We got a lot more to play, a lot more to see and do in that. We're barely into it, so we'll let you guys know more on the actual episode 59, I think.
Sounds right.
Something around those lines. Anyway, this week's episode. So enjoy Shattered Space, everybody, and we'll talk to you guys in a couple days.
Yeah, I agree. Enjoy it, live it, love it, because it's all we get. Till the next one.